digitization, because digitization should be start of the archival domain once it is in a condition to handle the digitization process. Conservation is very much needed before doing the digitization, and more so ever now the technology is changing. People are understanding the problem. Thus, as there is a binding part, now the book cradle system has come, where you just keep the books like in a book cradle. No need to turn this, and the software are just like that. Whatever comes within this binding, it will flatten and it will give you the right image. More so ever, one thing is that you have heard about the searchable things. People don't have a time to read each pages one well. If you do the simple scanning and it is not done in a very good way, your OCR, which will convert your, those who have ideas about that, it will convert your only 30 to 40%. Once it is in a very good way, it will convert your up to 60%. So these are the point which has to be discussed, and I must suggest that all the persons of the various institutions, those who are dealing with this digitalization program, because it is now going to become mandatory in coming age, that all the institute, either it is a museum or the archives or the libraries, they convert their collection in a digital way. So there must be a specific guidelines should be published by the domain experts. Those who know the expert should be published in such a way that digitization in archives or digitization in libraries or in museums should follow this practice. So this is, I just want to do.
I remember during when Dr. Iyer was our secretary, at that time he tried to prepare a guideline. We were having a director level or deputy secretary level person in the ministry. He was given responsibility on. I don't know whether that is completed or not.
There is a manuscript guidelines for the National Mission of Manuscript. They have published one.
You are 100% right. It was there was guideline that before digitization there must be conservation.
Yes.
Otherwise you cannot say that is a
No, it's a actually whenever this thing is going on, it depends on what you are conserving, what you are digitizing. If you are digitizing a new book which is published by Sanjeev Singh ji in 2011, you can send it to an outside agency for digitization. But if its manuscript is available in digitized form, you can use that form. But if you are dealing with an old manuscripts and all, I think you should have some process of doing it in-house and not taking the book.
Talking about the digitization of the manuscript. Regarding fragile
We should create our own department for
this. In case you are dealing with an antiquity, with a manuscript which is 1300 AD or which is manuscript which is 800 BC, 800 AD, which is like palm leaves manuscripts and all. I think it will really be a great risk of even sending it outside your premises. So even if you are able to do it with an outsourcing agency, he should be there and your conservator should be present next to this process of digitization.
One of my good friend is Kim. She was my batchmate in management in Korea. She was a conservator. She is a conservator also. She wrote her dissertation with one word: don't take command from the boss, take command for the objects. Don't take commands from your boss, take commands from the objects you are treating. The need of the object is more important than the command being given by your boss. So you at the management level, you should take care of because it is not to please the boss, who is suppose one person is my boss. I have to take care of this object which is to be preserved for the future generation. That is more important. And disaster management also says the basic of disaster management is why to save, because we want to keep it pass it to the second generation.
That's very, in fact, very nicely put about why disaster management is important. And in this discussion, we were also got some potential disasters, and in which besides flood, electricity, fire, earthquake, and man-made disasters, we came in fact the disaster which is related to digitization. In fact, digitization, if you will see, if you will talk about it, it looks to be a very noble process where which helps you in making the things accessible to large public. So, but if it is not dealt properly, it can lead to a disaster. That's what has been gathered, and we need to come up with more concrete guidelines besides these small booklets and all for doing it. So I think that will be the another work which we will take forward after this workshop. Besides taking disaster management at different levels in the country.
Now I want to say
Now,
that
now,
above
now,
all-
now, now I will give the last word to Dr. Satyavrat Tripathi, in which he will be talking about the whenever a manuscript was written, then how to preserve it was also the guidelines of preserving it was also
No, no, I am not only confined to only manuscripts. Above all, there is written in our scriptures that please don't, regarding all the antiquities, regarding all the objects, please don't hand over me to the hand of any fool person. Above all. Murkhaste na dakapyam. Please don't hand me over to any fool person, because he cannot understand the gravity, he cannot understand the importance of that object. Every object, every antiquity must be handled in the way as a mother treats to her newborn baby. She knows better how to handle, how to take care of baby.
Particularly, we should be very careful when the film shooter and other things come and taking the object.
Because regarding these things, I am very sentimental, because I have faced a lot. As he says, my friend Sanjeev Kumar Singh, I am proud that I never obeyed my boss. And I heard the voice of object, but faced a lot, even facing today. But I cannot compromise regarding objects, because you don't know how to turn over the folios. I say in the whole world there is a creature who is called scholar, the most greedy creature in this world. He wants his work to be fulfilled any way. Let the object go to hell. He wants the work fulfilled anyhow, for his own sake. He will turn over the folio. He will reshuffle here and there the object, even made of stucco, made of
It's lunch.
whatever. If you turn over the folios, most fragile, it will be broken.
I guess one of the problems.
And
though-
if you turn over the folio, if you cannot turn it in a fast manner, then you lick it. The most dangerous thing. And if another person licks after 100 years, even not the object is damaged, the person is also damaged. Because of that is transferred to that person. This is the phenomena. That's why that is declared, don't give me to the hand of any fool person. This is above all.
Thank you very much. Maybe you can complete. You were saying something.
I was just going to say.
And that is the last word, and then I invite all of you for lunch.
No, I was just going to make a comment that I don't know how it goes in India, but sometimes in other places I've worked, like Singapore and in Australia, some people don't have the confidence not to do what their manager tells them, to disobey their boss. It doesn't always happen because people have respect for their boss feel they'll get into trouble if they don't do what the boss says. So I think you have to be a very brave person, particularly if you're new in a profession, to say, no, I'm not going to do that. So have you ever got into trouble for disobeying your boss?
No, sorry,
But I'm very trouble. That's another thing. That's another thing. But regarding conservation,
That's just the weak link.
regarding conservation, I say that
Thank you very much.
once upon a time there was a heavy manuscript of 500 pages, and a person was given to handle him. Then the manuscript fell down
Yeah,
on earth, and the brittle and fragile folios were broken. Then I asked, what is your qualification? He told that I am BA in LLB. What is the work of in conservation? The holding the degree of legislation. Mismatch for making output.